hear that? I'm not in a rush to get a nose job.
Please. I'm just here to say that I do think that your nose looks great. And before you went and got the other thing, but I know that if it bothers you, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what other people say.
That's it.
Because I don't like when people do that to me.
You're right.
If it's bothering me, it's bothering me.
That's right.
I understand it wouldn't bother you. Maybe you think that I should just be happy that I lost the weight and that the loose skin shouldn't bother me because now I get to say that I'm skinny and that should just be good enough. And guess what? I don't like the loose skin. Yeah. And I'm allowed to say that.
You're allowed to say that.
Without people then reminding me, but you lost the, okay, that's why I have loose skin.
That's it. And I think, but also people should know, like, you have good perspective on this.
Yes.
Because
I do.
You're also saying,
I'm probably still not going to do anything about it.
Probably still not going to do anything. And also you're realizing if I do that, then what's the next thing I'm going to not like about my body? And then the next thing and the next thing. We were saying that with the Waffle House girls.
Yes, we were saying that with the Waffle House girls.
And a couple of them said that is correct because we may have had some of these things done and now I'm nitpicking some other parts. I thought that was really cool and honest of them to say that.
I love when people say that too.
Golly.
I mean, it was
keeping it real.
Yeah. I said,
ladies, you know who you are.
Do you regret it? No, I don't regret it, but I still look at myself and still don't like what I see.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're left with scarring.
Yeah.
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
So it's tough. It's just, well, you know, it's like the women of the French Revolution. It's just tough to be a woman.
What you're going through is exactly like what they went through.
It's very similar.
You know? Me and my nose.
Every time period had its pebbles in their shoes.
It's like,
okay.
When. Like, my nose scarred.
Yeah, sure. Anne was getting her teeth ripped out.
Yeah. I mean,
if you don't like your scar.
Their noses were being blown off. Let's be real.
Hold on. I think I have a Chick-fil-A in my tooth.
You guys, Miranda stopped and got us SOST.
Sure did.
Now, is this from a place that does it right? Because it tastes right to me.
Yes, this is the one off Independence on the way to your house, right before, the Matthews connector.
Q-nectar.
Yeah.
This tastes like nectar to me. I'm
already
already jazzed up. I've had a lot of caffeine. And then when you said I'm stopping, I was like, oh, give me a tea.
You had more caffeine?
I'm going to be just off the charts today.
Well, we need it because we have a lot to catch up on.
Okay, you guys, we are back to your regularly scheduled program here at All That to Say.
Yes.
It's been, as y'all know, a lot of weeks of cruise. And I was thinking, I'm like, some people might be sick of this. However, for our memory bank,
we needed that.
I'm happy we recorded it.
We needed that. And y'all, there's still stuff we missed.
I know.
So you might be thinking, oh God, is this part 4? It's not.
It's not part 4.
It's not. But we do have a great story that we're going to share just to our Patreon.
Yes, we sure are, because what a miss that we didn't. But you know what? We can't show that on our regular receipts.
No, we cannot.
It's got to sit on Patreon only.
That is for the 18 plus eyes only.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was very motivating to me. I feel inspired. I incredibly talented, amazing, hardworking. There's just so much that I
never seen before.
I showed Matt, I think it's actually the first thing I showed him when I got home.
Really?
I was like, well, you got to see this. And these are my goals. And actually, I've been getting...
Have you been fed a lot of that content?
I've been getting advertisements for classes for it.
For scripting?
For learning how to move in that way. I get advertisements for the shorts that you're supposed to wear and for the movements. I'm like, maybe?
Because her shorts, it's amazing because they left nothing to the imagination, yet we didn't see any slippage.
No, we didn't. Because I think she's a professional.
Obviously a professional.
Ooh.
Obviously. Anyway. Was her friend a professional karaoke singer? No,
because the way she was just screaming. But it added to it. It was so funny.
It was the perfect
If y'all want to know about this, you'll have to go over to Patreon.
You will have to. And that's where some of the best stories are held because they can't be on the public airwaves.
That's right. On air.
I
want to point out we both have on white knit sweater tops today, and it's really cute.
This is whatever from Amazon.
Oh, is that Amazon?
I just got
totally
it.
looks like a boutique. Does that not look like it's from a boutique?
Yeah, well, you know me and my history of boutiques.
I'm telling y'all though, she's gonna have to link this because this is giving boutique.
I did record a little story in it before I left, but then I didn't upload it because it was more important for me to try to get to Chick-fil-A for their breakfast because I saw a smaller Sam hack, and then I pulled up and was like, it's 10:40.
Dang.
Y'all stopped serving breakfast 10 minutes ago. And he was like, yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
you said it's not your fault.
You said he apologized a
I'm
lot.
so sorry. I said, no, sir. That's on me. That's on me. I know what time your hours don't change, sir.
Yeah.
So that's on me to know.
Yeah.
That's on me. Then I order and I go to pay and he's like, I'm sorry. He didn't do anything wrong. Like, it's not like it was in the wrong spot. It's just one of those over apologizers.
Yeah.
There are people in our lives who are over apologizers. It's like, you don't need to say sorry for any of this.
Yeah.
None of this, but it's a habit.
It's a habit. And my theory is that it's something to do with how you were raised, either like maybe what you saw your parents doing or what they expected of you when you were young. That's kind of where I think it comes from. You'd think I would be an over apologizer, but I'm not.
Same.
Now, we will apologize when need be.
Of course.
I
can own our stuff.
I will easily say I'm sorry to Matt because at this age, at the ripe age of 41, I've realized just say you're sorry, Kristen. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm disengaging, as our housewives would say, or Lindsay Hubbard.
Yep.
I'm disengaging. And so I will just say, I'm sorry.
Well, Dr. Phil did say famously, and not to bring it back to Adam Ray comedy.
Oh, Dr. Phil.
But I have quoted Dr. Phil on something my entire life. Ever since I saw it, I don't know. I guess I was homesick one day, something. I didn't make it a regular habit to watch Dr. Phil. But once Oprah popped him off, as we discussed on a private message, not here.
Yes.
He was just in our lexicon, our daily lives, right?
Yes.
You would hear something. And Dr. Phil said something and it just stuck with me. And he said, would you rather be right or happy?
Ooh, yeah.
And there are times in your marriage and in relationships and friendships and with your children, you are going to have to decide, is it more important to be right or happy in this moment? And there are times that you have to dig your heels in and you have to be right because it's that important.
True.
But the majority of the time, the majority of things you're pissed about or something's just most likely, if you just decide in that moment, I'd rather just be happy.
Yeah.
I'd rather be happy. What I always say, my litmus test is if I'm having this thought and I want to bring it up, would I rather be right or happy? If I'm still thinking about it the next day. If I decided to not choose right and I'm still thinking about the next day, then I am going to bring it up.
I think that's
because
so smart.
It's affecting my happiness at that point because I can't stop thinking about it.
And I think that's when you are still chewing on something and it's in your brain, that's when resentment grows.
Exactly.
That's where the resentment it plants the seed and now your mind is watering it. And then you're going to be... weeks from then, you're going to be even more mad about it. So
something's going to happen and then you're going to bring it up and then they're going to say, well, why didn't you just tell me about it then? Most of the time, if I wait till the next day, I don't even remember what the thing was the day before.
I know it.
And thank God I didn't bring it up then because it's so small.
It's so small.
And so unimportant. And it was like, but it felt so important in that moment. But is it really? Is it really? Now, there are going to be times you do have to choose right. But the majority of the time, you probably could just choose happy.
If I'm choosing right, it's because it's something I know will impact my life long term or impact my children long term. Yes. I mean, that is the things that matter.
Well, this fight has to be for something, right? It has to be for something bigger. But I do think that there are people who just fight for the sake of fighting, whether they like drama or it makes them feel something or it's a habit.
Yes.
They saw fighting or everything was a fight. So now everything is a fight. And those are hard habits to break. But
then people should just watch Housewives because if
I thought you were going to say Dr. Phil.
Oh, yes, and Dr. Phil. Watch Dr. Phil and then go over to Bravo. You can watch Housewives. You can watch Summer House, any of these things and kind of get your fighting fix, I think.
Maybe that's why we don't fight a whole lot in our daily lives because we do watch a lot of it on Bravo.
Because I do want to see it, just like the people on the beach.
Scratches that itch.
It scratches the itch. I want to see a little bit of that mess and a little bit of fighting.
Please don't bring it into my house.
Yeah, I mean,
thank you.
God bless. I hope y'all work it out. But like, I'm trying to be zen in my home.
Right here, we have our little zen garden.
We have our zen garden.
Our little cat zen garden. Speaking of not being zen, on the way here, it's garbage day at the Miller household where we are.
It's garbage day here. Did you know ours is Thursday too?
I did not know that, but I love that about us because we don't even live in the same, she's Matthews, I'm Charlotte. We have the same garbage day. Cheers.
And we record usually on Thursday.
And we're trash. Oh my God.
So on brand. A garbage day. We literally are calling this garbage day.
This is garbage day. From here on out, Thursdays are garbage days. We are garbage. Y'all know that. Okay. So I go to pull down my driveway to come here this morning and I see garbage all over Yorkmont.
No.
I see our old rug in the middle of the street.
Wait, your rug is on Yorkmont?
Yeah, I finally remembered to get a new living room rug, so I tossed the old one. It's in the middle of the road, all rolled up, so it looks like a dead body in a rug in the middle of Yorkmont Road.
I can't believe this.
So I'm like,
what did you do?
What the heck happened? I mean, it finally dawns on me that somebody must have hit. And this happens all the time. People come flying around Yorkmont. We're right around the curb, and people hit our garbage or our recycling bins a lot. But usually, it's after they're emptied.
Yeah.
You know, because the people put it back down.
Right.
It tips over.
Sure.
And then people hit it.
Yeah.
That's fine. But this was hit before it was even emptied. So now my stuff is everywhere. You can tell that the raccoons have gone through it.
Oh, no.
Also, what is always in our garbage is our kitties' pee pads and the poo.
I mean, I was about to say all your privacy things, all the privets.
It's on Yorkmont Road.
All your dirty, disgusting, but also like private.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope there weren't like
no papers or
bloody,
oh God,
sanitary napkins.
Well, I'm sure we have 3 women in our house. I don't bleed anymore, but my 2 daughters do.
Oh my God. The raccoons probably picked those
up. It was disgusting. So I had to get out of my car.
So you felt like this was your job. I mean,
this is not my job. I had to get all this out. This is going to be a danger. This is a hazard. People are going to run into it. We're going to have an accident.
The rug.
Especially the rug. So I had to now get out there with my bare hands. Actually, I haven't washed since. I'm going to pause and do that.
Yeah, go.
I literally got in the car, drove here. I've actually handed you your Chick-fil-A.
She's like, here's your straw.
I ate a sandwich. I mean, then
it's too late.
I'm disgusting.
You should not wash.
Who do I care?
Do not wash.
I'm not.
In the words of Napoleon Bonaparte. Do you know about that?
Tell me about it.
He would write his lady love. And because there were rumors that French Revolution. It's always coming back to the French.
Oh my gosh, of course it is. Well, when you said Napoleon Bonaparte, I was like, we're going to the French Revolution, aren't we?
Absolutely. He would write his lady love and say, I'm going to be home in 3 days, 3 weeks, however long. Do not wash. And the reason he would say that is, what he means is, don't wash your privets.
I picked up on that. Thank you.
Because he wanted to, I guess, smell her musk to make sure that there wasn't another man's scent.
Whoa.
In her privets.
Whoa.
I know.
Oh my gosh. That sounds like something Matt would tell you to do.
Oh yeah, we say it all the time to each other. He says, do not wash. I'll say it to him.
And you don't like him to wash either. You like his armpit smell.
I do.
I love that about you. That's a fun fact. If y'all don't know that, Kristen will get in there. She'll just like,
yeah, I love it. The pheromones, although he had gotten, and this is TMI, I'll tell you off the record.
Joshua never smells. I'm going to tell you that. He never smells. He sweats and he runs 10 miles and he comes back drenched. And you would think if he came in your presence, you'd be like, P.U. He does not smell at all. I've never smelled BO on him. I've never smelled the sense of sweat.
Okay, we had talked about this before, and I don't know if I said it out loud.
Yeah.
That is it because he only has the one ball?
Oh, yes, that's right. I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like that would have something to do with it, like the testosterone or something.
I could see that, but that man is full of testosterone.
He is. He is
full testosterone. I mean, we haven't had his things checked, but I don't think we need to. I can just tell you that.
Yeah.
He's full of it.
He's thick with it.
I mean, look at his body.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. From head to
toe. From tip to taint.
Yeah. I don't know, but he doesn't smell. But if I do ever find another one ball, a person born with one ball, okay, not removed, the whole thing. Born with one ball, I will ask them, do you stink when you sweat? He does not stink. He never, ever, ever, ever smells.
Do you, when your girls hit puberty and then were like really in the thick of it, did you ever feel like you smelled them?
No.
Because I haven't gotten there with Tinsley.
No.
The only thing I might ever smell is the smell of like that she's been on the soccer field and almost smells like
dirt.
Yeah, dirt, grass, and sunshine.
Never BO, and I never wanted them to.
Yeah,
I never wanted them to, and I did warn Bella when she was a little younger, and we were talking about nicknames, and some kids were given some mean ones or whatever. Yeah. I said, Bella, you can never smell.
Yeah,
because you'll be is a smella.
Is a smella.
Smella Bella. smelly belly.
Ooh.
That's going to be you. So you got to be really mindful of that.
Yes, and demure.
She was cutesy. She wore her deodorant. And I just think that comes down to the parents, though.
It does.
You've got to set your kids up for success, right? Whether that is with a name or with their monogram. It's like kids are going to take advantage of anything that you give them to make fun of your children.
Yes.
But that also includes, the smell of them. Give your kids the deodorant and give them the tools that they need before that ever happens.
Yes.
So that, we can just give them the best line of success as possible. I'm not saying you have to be a lawnmower parent and they can never have any hardship, but these are just like, we're talking sanitary.
Yeah,
things.
we're talking basic hygiene, but
yes.
God bless. It is Teacher Appreciation Week, so let's just.
Oh my God.
In my mind, I'm thinking the teachers that do this for these kids and they have extra deodorant in the room. They even might have extra clothing in their room, toothbrushes. There are teachers who keep themselves stocked with this so that those kids don't feel embarrassment. So shout out to teachers. It's Teacher Appreciation Week. I was just on a text thread.
We know a lot of y'all listen to us. Yes. Ian Mom Professionals. Of course, we have
Lacosi Casita.
Yeah, Elizabeth Lacosi Casita.
Michelle Van Gosbeck. So many of you teachers, and I was just texting with Michelle about this, that some of the teacher appreciation stuff that the schools / I guess parent organizations are doing is terrible.
Yeah, tell me about it. I've been out of it for so long. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
What's happening these days?
Leftover Easter candy. Leftover Easter candy put on a table. Okay, let me actually. Discount Dollar Tree Easter candy put on a table is what some teachers are given to be appreciated.
Oh.
And y'all,
that's it.
Teachers are, this is why it infuriates me, beyond everything that they do. Right? I mean, we could list 1,000 things for you guys, but y'all know it. Yeah. All the things teachers do. Yeah. In the very, very least, they're literally watching America's youth all day, every day.
Correct.
5 days a week, they are taking care of all of these children.
Yeah.
And even if you are the most disengaged parent, don't care, you don't care about the grades, whatever, you've got someone that's watching after your child all day.
Right.
Even if they're the worst teacher.
Yeah, even if your kids aren't learning anything, it's still not a responsibility that you have to teach them. And your kids are being watched by someone, another adult of some sort, so that you don't have that burden either.
I mean, it's crazy to me that we are not doing more for teachers. Y'all know teachers don't get paid enough.
Yeah.
In the United States, I should say.
They just want cash, gift cards.
Yes.
But also write a lovely note. If you do have a phenomenal teacher who you love, then write a note to the principal about them. That goes a very, very, very long way, I've been told.
Yes.
Because it can sometimes feel like a thankless job. And even if you, the parent, tells them, oh, my child loves you so, so, so much, that's sweet and they like to hear it, but their boss needs to hear that about them.
So as the end of the school year is coming, these are things that you guys can do. And another teacher friend of mine said, Amazon gift cards. Across the board, that is what she and her fellow teachers really, really like is Amazon gift cards. And I said, that's a hot tip. I will share that.
Because you can choose to spend it on the kids in your classroom if you have an Amazon wish list.
That's
right. Yourself.
That's it. And they can get free shipping, get things overnight. She said that's the sweet spot. And I mean, teachers like mugs and candles and those things, but I think they have enough.
But they don't need 30 of them.
They don't.
They can't even burn it inside the school.
What would you want?
And you're not home enough to burn it there.
If you were a teacher. If it wasn't a gift card, what would you want to be given?
Gosh. Y'all know I don't like things. If it's not a gift card.
You would want a consumable, meaning you would want something that you use and throw away.
Yes, of course. That's what you would
want.
Like a tote bag?
Yeah.
A bag of some sort, because teachers are always carrying crap.
Yeah, a little tote bag would be cute.
A little cooler, something I could keep food in, something like that. Something totally useful, but that I could also use outside of the classroom as well.
I would love a box of Built Puff Bars.
Oh, amen.
I think that.
Oh, amen. Because those aren't cheap.
Okay, first of all, they're not cheap. I think they're like $7 a bar. And number two,
they're insane.
Have you seen on TikTok the people selling the Built Bars?
Oh my gosh, who was I talking to about this? And I'm like, but where are these people getting them? Are they just having box of Built Bars and are they drop shipping?
I don't understand because, so I ended up Googling this because so many people on TikTok are selling them.
Yes.
And I'll want, let's say the salted caramel. Well, I can't find it anywhere.
I want the strawberry.
Yeah. Oh, I have them upstairs.
No way.
Yes.
I've never even been able to try one.
They're so good.
But I feel bad taking a $7 bar.
Can
we bring I'll Venmo you $7.
A $7 bar. I do tell my children, I'm like, don't touch these. These are mommy's.
That's right.
These are mommy's bars.
And that's okay to say.
It is okay. So I ended up going to the Built website to order mine because I was so confused with what was happening on TikTok. Y'all know my brain can't comprehend what I'm even looking at.
It's too fast. They're shouting at us.
They're shouting at me. The ticker's running down. I'm like, there's 32 seconds left. Like, how do I check out if I want the mint chocolate? Like, it's scary.
The cookie dough, the brownie batter. It's like it's that scarcity mindset. They're trying to get us to fall for it.
But guess what? When I swipe to the next live, it's someone else selling Built bars. So I Google this, and it come to find out, Built, like the puff especially, got so wildly popular so fast that they are doing their best to keep up with demand because so many retailers, in-store retailers, want to sell them. Well, Costco got dibs first. Okay, so Costco sells the twin pack of the coconut and the chocolate, which we love.
We do.
But all these other retailers are like, we want all your flavors too. CVS, wherever, places you can just grab a little candy bar. They want it. And Built is saying, we're trying. So I think the TikTok people, it's the dark web. I think they
got their hands on some boxes at some point.
Yes.
And now they are selling them at a much higher price.
A much higher price point on the TikTok.
On the website, they're more around like 3 to 4 a bar.
Yeah, on the website, I mean, I feel
like it was like $40 for 12.
It was still quite a lot.
That puts it at 3 plus a bar, which for a protein bar,
it's 17 grams of protein.
It is 17 grams, and they taste amazing, and they're like 150 calories, and y'all, they actually taste so good.
It literally
you can confuse your brain. You think it's a Three Musketeers.
It is. It's like a candy bar, and I think that's why people have gone bananas for them, and I'm so happy for the Built people.
Me too.
Whoever that is, whoever you are.
It feels like they need a shark. It feels like they need someone to come in and explain how to... What's that word I'm thinking of when you grow?
Scale. Scale.
At the exact same time.
$30 for 12. So what is that?
Oh, okay. That's even less than $3 a bar. Because
it's $2.50. Yeah. Okay, so maybe it was the TikTok ones.
The TikTok ones are outrageous, but they have to because they probably bought them from another TikTok shop.
They've got the salted caramel on the website and the mint chip.
You know what? I had the cookie dough one recently. Dana had them.
Cookie dough?
She had the Built Puff cookie dough ones. Delish.
Okay, I have upstairs the Built Puff chocolate milkshake.
Okay.
Strawberry, coconut.
Heck yeah.
And cookies and cream.
Oh, is that good?
It is good.
Does it have like a little Oreo on top?
It's not on top. It's just inside, like a little Oreo crunch.
Okay. What do you think of the strawberry one?
Oh, I'm obsessed. Because there's a thin line of strawberry, jam jelly.
Yes.
Which is superior, as y'all know.
Oh, I have something to say about that. I have something. Okay, number one.
Tell me.
That is our most engaged with reel ever.
Us just talking about jelly.
Had I known that would have helped, we would have talked about jelly, I don't know, 2.5 years ago.
Correct.
But y'all are crazy about your jellies too.
Yes, they are.
I do want to say, I feel like I need a clarifier here. The black raspberry jelly is, of course, seedless. I would never eat a jelly with seeds.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
So when people are like, oh, well, I would like that, but the seeds, I'm never going to have a seeded jelly.
No.
Never.
Yeah.
So black raspberry without seeds.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Then, yes, I am going Concord grape. Another thing that we didn't point out, and we're dumb. Why are we so dumb?
I'm actually the most dumb. Here's why I'm the most dumb.
Why are you the most dumb?
Because I posted the reel and I wrote a cute little caption.
You did.
And then what are the two emojis I used?
The purple heart and the red heart.
The purple grapes and the red strawberry. Oh. I literally put that in the caption. And then someone was like, oh, that's cute because you guys are purple and red.
They're like, it's so on brand. Of course, Miranda likes grape and Kristen likes strawberry. Our whole time talking about that, we didn't put 2 and 2 together. Clipping down the reel, posting it, doing the caption, multiple comments. Then finally, a couple people are like, well, duh, of course. And we're like, we are dumb.
I mean, sometimes you're just too close to something.
You are too close.
You can't see. What do they say? You can't see
the forest through the trees.
Yes, that's what was happening.
I think that's it. And I think it could be wrong. And I've said it that way my whole life. Okay, so here's what I was close to, though. Another thing I was close to is at the Harris Teeter checkout.
Yes.
I saw these new Reese's peanut butter and jellies. PB&J Reese's cups.
This feels niche.
And one had strawberry jelly and one had grape jelly.
I am freaking out.
Have you not seen these before?
No.
Okay, I recently saw that girl Morgan Chomps or whatever, who we follow.
Yes, Mo
She
Chomps.
was trying all of the different Reese's. Reese's has now like 56 items.
Yes, they do.
They have the Fast Break and the Reese's Pieces and the Cups and the Giants and the Fast. I already said Fast Breaks, but they have a lot. So then they did these with the PB&J. So I thought shall we do a little taste test right now?
I think we just absolutely should.
Okay.
And also, just know that this is also a protein bar.
It is.
This is a protein bar.
This is 190 calories per package. And let's see. Okay, 3 grams of protein. But it's 3. It's 3. It's not the best macros you're ever going to get, but that's not why you eat Reese's.
No.
Not for the macros.
Okay, first smell it. Mine is giving strawberry jelly.
Oh, really? Let me see.
Yep.
Let me see.
I have a little dent in mine. You might want to put a little dent to get the jelly to come through.
Okay, mine is very much just smelling like a traditional Reese's peanut butter cup.
I smell the strawberry in mine.
Okay. Unpopular opinion, I actually think Reese's cups have way too much chocolate on them. I want much more.
But didn't they make the ones that are thin?
But to me, that's even less peanut butter.
Yeah, that's
I know
true.
that it's thinner chocolate, but okay, let's take a bite.
Here we go, y'all. It's in the bottom. Oh, yeah. It's in the bottom.
There's a little grape right there.
Oh, my God.
I can taste the grape jelly for sure. It's not super powerful.
Yeah, it's not overwhelming. This is actually, I think, just right because you want just a hint of it.
Mm-hmm.
If I want full-blown jelly, I'm going to eat it Uncrustable.
See what I'm saying? That's too much chocolate for me. I don't need it to be that thick.
Oh, yeah. Look at the side.
I don't need it to be that thick. Thinner.
I want more peanut butter.
I want more peanut butter. Okay. All right. So now you have to do the one with the grape.
Okay, here we go.
And I have to do the one with the strawberry. I will say, I do like real strawberries. And I do like a lot of strawberry flavored things.
Yes.
Just when it comes to jelly, I want grape.
I like this because let me tell y'all something, and something I should have said.
Tell us.
I like fake grape flavor.
Same.
If you give me like a grape Dum Dum or a grape Airhead or a grape Jolly Rancher, that I really like.
That's
and this
why I
is
think I like-
almost giving me the fake.
Well, it's candy grape.
This is candied grape, and I like that.
Is it better than the candied strawberry in here?
It's almost two completely different things for me.
Okay.
This is giving more of like a gourmet chocolate thing. Like the strawberry one is giving more gourmet.
I get that.
And this is giving more like fun candy.
Just say it. Just say it's giving poor.
It's giving poor.
Just say it.
But
say it's giving food stamps and move on with your life.
But I like it. Ooh, one more little bite.
I can still taste the strawberry from this.
They're very different.
Yeah, they are.
Don't you think?
I do think. But I just thought that would be so fun when I saw these. And who knew that they were going to have both kinds of jelly? Like Reese's did that. They said, we're going to release this new thing and we're going to put in 2 kinds of jelly because they know it's important to people.
It's important. And I wonder if we could see the sheet. I want to see the line sheet. I want to see how many units of strawberry they're moving, how many units of grape.
Harris Teeter, can you pull that for us? In your stores, what is the difference between people buying the grape one and the strawberry one? Dana, if you could do that for us. Wow.
Dana, if you could just give us the percentages, if we could just know, let us know what the people of the streets, I want to know what they like. Here. What a delicious treat.
Yeah, I thought that you would like that. When I saw those sitting there, I snagged them. I also snagged us. I'm just going to give you everything on air.
Yeah, tell me. What? More hats.
On air. Okay, went to Azteca for Cinco de Mayo, and they had purple and red.
I am dead.
So I got you the
Look
maroon
at this Azteca hat. I've never been happier than this.
I know. Azteca Mexican restaurant since 1994. And Cinco de Mayo, they had shirts, which I already own one, of course. So got us the hats.
I am so happy about
our
this.
colors. I know. They're cute, right?
They're so
look
cute.
with the little like fireworks.
I feel like I'm going to wear this a lot.
Yeah, I already wore mine.
Like this is like it literally goes with your shirt.
I already wore it. It was
the green and white.
Yeah, it's so cute. And they're like, I like that they're not too thick. You know what I'm saying?
This will mold to our heads.
It'll just
good, I think.
Exactly. So got us those.
And it's not the trucker hat style, which you prefer more traditional
I
baseball.
have to, y'all. My head's so small. Those trucker hats, you pull them on, they cover my whole face.
Yeah, it just swallows you up.
Crazy.
Oh,
okay, I think that's it. I think that's
I love your bag of goodies.
No. Speaking of Dana, she has a gift for you.
Oh, is this? Oh, Dana. Okay, she had talked about swinging by, but she's a busy corporate girl.
But then she took me to Charleston, so she brought this in, and I said I'd bring it to you.
What is this?
Another hat.
Oh, my.
But this one is so good.
There's a sweet little note. Dana!
Yeah.
I have the chills.
She was like, I've never seen a more Kristen hat in my whole life. I have to get this for her.
When I tell you, my parents are going, because they love this story of Matt seeing me walk into the club and he says to his friend, "Here comes trouble." Mm-hmm. And this hat says,
y'all remember our Valentine's post 2 years ago was titled, "I got dibs, here comes trouble."
Here comes trouble.
And this is it.
Y'all. And it's Western and it has a chain.
Look at the chain. And you can take it off, but I know you'll keep it on.
I will leave it on.
Yeah. It has a chain. And then on the back, it says,
I can't believe this. What is this?
I guess this is the brand, Idlewind.
Oh, this is Miranda Lambert's brand. And I love Miranda. And your name, Miranda.
You're like, I love, and I'm like, me, I pointed, watch back, YouTube. Watch back. What I thought she was going to say, and I love Miranda's. So I started to point at me thinking she was going to finish that sentence. And she's like, I love Miranda Lambert. And your name is Miranda. YouTube, go back and watch it. You will feel so cringy for me. You'll be like, oh, watch her face.
What a loser. Loser who laughs. Okay, Dana, I'm so happy I got to open this on air.
And it's such a great color.
It's such a great color.
It's going to look great on you.
And this is red. This is such a niche hat.
It's perfect. I know. It's so extremely niche.
I am so happy.
And to have a chain
on
these
it. Hats.
Like 2 chains.
And it's silver. And I've been trying to do more silver.
You are trying to incorporate more silver jewelry. Yeah.
Dana, you're the freaking best.
I know. Isn't she great?
Oh.
We had such a nice time in Charleston together. It was short, but it was great.
Here's what I fear. I fear that since the last time we recorded.
Yes, so much.
A lot has happened. Like I literally think my birthday happened after the last time we recorded.
About normal things.
Normal things.
Yes, we do need to catch y'all up on what has been going on in
Y'all have
April.
gotten 3 episodes from us. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is we've only talked about the cruise.
Yeah, so you guys don't know what's actually happened in our other real lives.
Yes.
Our home lives, our family lives.
Yes.
So should we get into the 2 and 2?
I think
and talk
so.
about some things that have been going on?
Because there's so...
We'll do it in 2 and 2.
So much.
So
now nothing's actually coming to my brain to tell y'all, but but I do know things have happened.
Well, you turned 41. You turned 41.
I turned 41, and so congratulations to me for
looking
making
better
it
than ever.
This long. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Borrowed time.
On borrowed time. It feels weird now. I'm on the upward climb to 50.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Yeah.
Knocking on the door.
I can't with her. Knocking on the door to 50 when she just turned 41.
What's Josh? Josh is soon. It's in July.
47. He will be 47 in July. Yeah. And he does tell people he's rounding up to 50, but he's always done that. He's always said like, oh, I'm almost this. He'll turn 47 on July 17th. And on July 18th, he'll tell people he's almost 48. Like that's just how he is. He's always looking towards the next year because he feels like it is guaranteed for him. Whereas for us, we're like,
is it? I'm just happy to have made it to 41.
Same.
Birthday was great.
Yes. What'd you do?
I feel like I did kind of a variety of things that week. Like I went out with different friends.
Yes.
Oh, we went to Beat the Bomb, the slime place.
Yes.
Y'all, if you live in Charlotte, go to Beat the Bomb.
Okay.
It's such a fun group activity.
They wrote me and want to gift me a thing.
We should totally go do that. And
Okay.
let's bring like a good group of girlies to do that.
Okay.
You go in and you're doing puzzles and it's timed and you're trying to rack up points and you go from room to room and some of it's like word puzzles, some of it's you're crawling over lasers, some of it's you're memorizing things. Like it works all parts of your brain.
Yeah.
And then if you rack up your time And then whatever that time is at the end, that's how much time you get to solve the final puzzle.
Got it.
And if you can solve it, good for you. You don't have to get slimed, but everybody chooses to get slimed.
Oh, you want to get slimed even if you do solve it?
You want to get slimed. Okay.
It's the Nickelodeon in us.
is.
It's like being raised by that generation.
Absolutely. And it's super fun. They've got a bar in there. You can just hang out before or after your time in there. The staff is so great. They were really sweet, and
I love that.
We just had the best time. It was the perfect thing to do for my birthday.
Favorite kind of way to hang out is when we can be doing something like that, or an escape room, or that game show place out in Valentine. Like all of those are so much fun. Thank y'all for bringing those to Charlotte.
Yes, finally we're getting these fun things.
Yeah.
I love that.
Besides just going to a brewery.
Yes. So I'm just kind of looking through. Yeah, I did, dinners with friends. You know, my actual birthday, you know what I like to do? I like to be with Matt. I just want to bebop around with Matt. I want to have salad and fries.
And you did.
I want to shop.
Yep.
I want to be pampered. That's what I want to do. And that's what I did.
I bet.
It was a great day. But what else happened on my birthday?
Oh, Bella had her fashion show.
And you have not gotten to tell the podcast about this.
I know. It was tough because obviously it was Kristen's birthday, but it was also Bella's fashion show. So I had to be in Raleigh for that.
100%.
And of course, I had told Kristen, hey, I know it's your birthday, but Bella wants to make sure you know that you are very much invited and wanted at her fashion show.
Yes.
But I understand also that you want to be home and all that sort of stuff. Just a bummer that they fell on the same day, because I know that you would have come up there had it not been.
Well, I figured out it had been 25 years since I did the fashion show at NC State.
Yes.
For my junior year, I think. And so I texted her that with some pictures of mine and was just like, I just realized it's the 25th anniversary.
Crazy.
You're going to do amazing. Just have the time of your life.
Oh, she did. She had the time of her life, everybody. She didn't have to do this. This was not a class project.
Yeah, because she's a freshman.
She already has all those projects and all the sewing for all of her classes.
Yeah.
This was something in addition where you applied and then you had to send the sketches and all that to be considered for this fashion show.
Yes.
And 2 freshmen were chosen, and one of her friends, Malin and Bella. And then at that point, it's like, okay, you have to sketch, buy all of the fabric, the trim, everything. You have to dress your models from shoes to accessories to makeup to hair.
Yes.
And so anyway, she had decided that she was going to do this based around the flower child of the 60s and 70s. That's very much her vibe. And so, yeah, it was a crazy 6 weeks of her just pouring everything in to this fashion show. And then she was like, Mom, what do I do about hair and makeup? I'm like, I can do it.
Yeah.
I'll come up and do it. So we did the Twiggy, the very famous Twiggy eyes.
Yes.
Where the liner goes way up above and the arch and the pop of the white and all the waterline,
Yes.
So I did that. Most of the girls did their own hair, which was super helpful. And then Bella dressed them all, and last minute decision to do white tights on some of them. But yeah, there were lots of trips of me. I mean, I was going up to Raleigh a lot anyway, just to help her through her sadness and all of that from the breakup. But it also gave us time to hit up all the thrift stores and the Goodwills and everything, and try to piece everything that she still needed together. And then, she was just spending, till 3, 4, 5 a.m. inside that sewing studio cranking out these pieces. And fun thing, a follow-up after the fashion show is, so I put out a reel just saying oh, my daughter did her first fashion show at 18. She dedicated it to my mom, who taught her how to sew, and named the collection in Dutch, the word for spring, to a throwback to my mom's Dutch roots and everything. And so that was very sweet. My mom was incredibly touched.
Y'all, this
Big
video,
tears.
hopefully y'all saw this on Miranda's Instagram, but
If not, go watch it.
oh, that was, I think I watched it 6 different times, just in a row. I was like, I'm going to cry again.
Just to feel something.
Again.
Yeah.
And I think everyone, all the comments were
My
like,
mom was like, it was a surprise.
it was a surprise for Mary, you guys, to
She
realize
didn't
that
know.
Bella had named her collection after her. And she said in her video, the lead up to the actual show, she was like, my Oma taught me how to sew, and I have so many memories with her doing this. And
my mom took Bella to her first fashion show, put her up on the runway. Probably wasn't supposed to, but did it anyway because my mom will just do it.
yes.
But yeah,
Watching your mom watch that was it was a serotonin boost. And so if you need a serotonin boost, go watch that.
It was really sweet.
So sweet.
And then she killed it. Her collection looked great on the runway.
Yes, it did. And she looked great.
She looked amazing.
Golly, when Bella came out at the end, I was like, okay.
She was in her revenge outfit.
I think this is a revenge, actually, phase that we're in. Because everything I've been seeing on Bella's Instagram, I am like, this is how you do it.
She's feeling pretty good.
This is how you shine.
Good. Yeah, she's feeling good.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, I think probably the people want the update. So Bella, you know, she did her fashion show, but it seems to me, observing all of this, that she's out and about. She's with her girlfriends. Yeah. She's going to events. Yeah. Now she's home. Like, seems like she's thriving.
She is thriving. She's very happy right now. She, she is in a much better headspace.
Love that.
She does feel happier. She's starting to show a tiny bit of midriff, and she every once in a while will throw a cuss word in there.
I remember you telling me there was a little cuss word.
She's throwing a little cuss word. She is feeling very adult.
I love that she's showing her midriff.
She's feeling very adult. Yeah, she's showing just a little bit of her
it's
midriff.
like 1 inch of a midriff, and I love it.
And she feels and she is wearing her first two-piece. Oh. Yeah, wearing her first two-piece bathing suit. Like, y'all, I know that this might sound crazy to some of y'all with your kids, but yeah, she's 18 and she's just decided like, okay, I guess I'm an adult now.
She's an adult. She's a woman. You are a woman.
She's always been one in her brain.
Yeah.
But it's almost like her body and some of the things that she's now doing are starting to catch up. Now she's still like, I don't want to drink. I don't want to vape. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I'm not ready to like be that teenager in that way.
Yeah.
Which I still fully support and I love that. But yeah, she's just feeling, I think she's, she's getting her groove back.
I love that.
And I like that.
I feel like it's coming through in the things that she's sharing and posting, and even just seeing her on your stories, like, the light is in her eyes.
Yes.
And she's
feeling very much like the light is back.
I just love seeing a girl.
Yeah.
Coming on back.
Yeah.
Better than ever.
Yeah. She's feeling good. I'm very relieved. And there was a short period of time where she needed some additional help and things like that, and all of that. She has released all of that and is doing great. So,
and it's crazy. She's home. I mean, y'all, she's already finished her freshman year. Don't y'all feel like we just cried about you leaving her there?
Yes. What was it? Fly, Bella, fly?
Yes. Something like that. But we're all sobbing. We were all sobbing listening to this episode. And I feel like
for 2 weeks.
It's insane.
It is crazy. That was the fastest year of our lives.
Yes.
I think that when you are a mom of new ones, yes, the days feel very, very long, and you'll hear it. You'll hear the days are long, but the years are short. Y'all, the years are only shorter as they get older, too.
Yeah.
It is so. That's when time really feels like it's moving at a warp speed.
Yes, and I'm unwell from it. And I was just saying that to our friend Lauren, like, just because she's got kids that are now kind of going into middle school and high school, and I was like, just know it's going to fly now, because my Tinsley is now going into high school next year.
Yeah.
Like, my little Tinsley's going into high school, and it went like that.
And the next 4 years only go faster. They only go faster because halfway through high school, she gets her license. And then she's kind of gone a lot.
I know.
Whether it's to a job or a friend's house or the mall or whatever, they're just gone. So you almost feel like, well, by 16, I almost feel like I'm losing them to freedom, which is what they should have, right? That's great, and you should prepare them. But that's why it feels even faster, because you think in your mind it's 18.
Yeah.
No, it's not really.
It's not 18.
It's kind of 16, because by then Bella had a job and she had extracurricular and everything. I was like, oh, so I guess I'll see you at 9:30 p.m.
Right. Yes.
You leave at 6, and I'll see you at 9:30 p.m.
Yes.
And then you go straight to bed. So those years are even faster, because that time, those hours go like this, all the way down. So that's not to like scare you or anything, but it is one of those reminders.
You need a reminder.
Today, whatever time I get, I'm going to maximize it.
Yes.
I'm not going to be distracted
Yes.
this is all I'm going to get 42 minutes with you.
Speaking of, let me say real quick, y'all, I've downloaded the Opal app. Have y'all heard of Opal?
If you tell me about another freaking app, I'm telling you what. Josh and
one?
I almost canceled Paired yesterday. Almost. We looked at each other and we're like, why are we doing this?
When we could just talk to each other.
Well, it's just like, it's asking the same questions over and over. I'm over it.
Anything about pegging?
No more. I
more
finally turned off. Someone did say that there was a setting where it's like you can turn off the sex, but then there's another level up from that called spicy.
Spicy. You could turn off spicy.
Apparently was turned on, and And I was too. I mean, but I wasn't actually.
You were not turned on.
I don't want to listen. I don't want to answer about pegging.
Okay, so you got Opal is an app that you install, and then you link to it whatever apps you feel are distracting to you during the day.
Oh boy.
And it will change your life.
What does it do? It tells you to stop?
So it basically hijacks those apps. And then you can see, you might try to tap on Instagram and it's like, no, you can't do that. Now, can you get into it if you absolutely need to? Yes, but it's multiple steps. And as you're going through the steps, it's like, you sure you want to do that? Here's a quote about productivity. You are about to you're about to win your streak. You sure you want to break your streak? I am telling y'all, whoever came up with Opal is a genius. So right now I'm on the block. And you can adjust. So I might say, hey, maybe I need to catch up with Instagram things in the morning. Let me start my block at 9:30. But if I know I really don't want to be on my phone through my kids' bedtime, I can block it all the way through. Now, I'll just do this. I can say take a break, and it will give me up to 15 minutes.
Okay.
And let me tell you, this is humbling because I'll be like, I only need 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. I only need 10 minutes to
go answer the DMs, to post the one reel.
Oh, no. The 10 minutes flies.
Yes.
And then it pops up and says, you're done. And you're like, oh my gosh, that went fast. Whoa.
It really makes you aware of how much mindless scrolling you're doing and how much time it really is.
The amount of accountability on this app, you guys.
Oh boy.
It's you won't believe it. So if you feel like you're someone, because here we've talked about this. I do need to have Instagram on my phone.
Same.
I have to have certain apps on my phone for things that we are doing business-wise.
Exactly. We're businesswomen.
Yeah, we're businesswomen. But I can't just delete this completely. But this has been a great way to just be mindful and cutesy and demure about how much time is being spent. And it does reward you. You get like a little gem, you know.
You love gems.
I love a gem. And you get to break open the gem. It's giving Spencer.
Oh my gosh.
It's crystals. Yeah, it's crystals.
Is it a rock tumbler in there that's breaking it apart?
I'm going to send that to the developer. I'm going to say, add a tumbler.
People love that.
Yes.
People love that.
People love that. So anyway, Opal. Just look up Opal in the App Store if you guys want to add that and feel like you're not wasting your life on social media.
I do feel like that's a better suggestion than her last app that she suggested to all of us. But now I'm like, well, we've paid the yearly thing, so now we feel stuck in it.
You got to keep it, but don't forget to cancel because it's going to renew.
Oh, don't you worry. I'm going to be canceling. It's
what
like,
if it renewed another year?
Do you answer when it's like, has this strengthened your relationship? I'm like, no.
Oh, you say that?
No, I actually haven't said
I don't, I don't even respond to that.
I don't respond to it anymore, but during one of the quizzes, I was like, no, this did not help.
Yeah.
This did not help because
you're like, this started a fight.
Yeah, because now Joshua's like, I feel like, Miranda, I feel like you are answering some of the questions how you think you are, or maybe how you want to be. But I don't know that you're answering them in the reality of the situation. And I'm like, name one. Give me one example.
It's hard to Lulu.
He's like, well, it is. He's like, like this question, it specifically asks, like, how many good friends do you have? And he's like, so I answered that you have thousands or whatever it was. And I was like, no, I answered a handful or whatever because I think that you confuse followers with friends.
That's two different things.
And he's like, well, do you confuse? And I was like, no, I don't confuse that. I'm very aware of a parasocial relationship. People might think they are much better friends with me.
Yeah.
But I don't see that the other way around.
To me, a good friend is someone I'm seeing and spending time with pretty consistently.
Regularly. Yes.
Yeah. Someone I'm probably texting with every day.
Yes.
That is what a good friend is.
So I'm like, no, I think that you have me pegged for someone else then.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, no, this did not help. No, this did not help. Actually, it did, because by the end of it, he was like, okay, I see the difference. I said, I'm even very careful with my wording. If I say, hey, peeps.
Yeah.
I use peeps. That is general people.
Yeah, you do say peeps.
That is not friends. There is a difference. And so I'm just like, I think you need to be, I am very mindful about that, even if it doesn't read that way to you.
Yeah.
So we ended up having a good conversation about it. But at the same time, I'm like, was this needed? I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I think that sometimes some of the questions can be a little, like on that toggle where you turned off spicy. there also was a thing about, do you want to talk about ex-boyfriends and girlfriends? And it's like, no, I don't want to talk about that.
No.
Like, who's toggling that on?
Oh, well, ours is on because we do get asked about our
Okay,
exes.
well, toggle that off.
Yeah, I don't need
think that's...
I already know everything. Like,
yeah,
we were 19. Like, of course we talked about our exes. Like, what else are we going to talk about?
Speaking of, Matt's planning this big hike when we're out in Colorado. It's a 10-mile hike, 14,000 feet elevation.
No, not again.
And I said, first of all, you lived in Colorado with a girl who I know all about, and I'm certain that you've done. I haven't done this hike, I swear. I said, I'm certain you've done this hike with her.
Because last time you didn't volunteer that you had done the hike with her.
Correct. And so I said, I will not be doing this hike. Y'all go on ahead.
Yeah.
I will stay back, and you can tell me all about it. He's training for this hike, though. Like,
it's that intense.
He went to Grok and said, Grok, I'm doing this hike, on XYZ date. Tell me what I need to do between now and then to be ready for it.
Is he like doing the stair climber or something like that?
Yeah, so he's doing stair climber. And then today he was like, it told me I need to do yoga. So I'm going to go do that. I was like, okay.
Okay. Okay. Are the kids doing it with him?
I think the older two are.
Okay. So you have to hang back with Lachlan anyway.
Yeah,
You're like, you know what? Let me hang back with Lachlan.
I'm going to sacrifice.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
a
so nice of
giver.
you.
I know I am. Our younger kids have the strength and stamina, I think, because they run cross country. They do soccer. Like, if their strength is anywhere in their body, it is their legs.
True.
So I think they'll be fine. But
it's about altitude too.
It is.
And all that. Okay. But speaking of kids and husbands doing something special.
Oh, yes.
My second thing is Joshua and Lily went and did a Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I know. It looked amazing.
It was so sick.
Tell them about the car.
Oh, the car of it all.
The car of it all.
Because, of course, nothing can be easy.
Yeah.
Another app.
You know what?
Another effing app screwing up. Shocker.
Shocker. But I have to say, real quick, I didn't share this from when we were on the cruise, but y'all know, like, when I'm traveling, I don't really speak or talk to my family at all.
Well, I've actually never watched her call Matt.
No. We'll text. There's a lot of texting me.
A lot of texting.
With Tinsley or Matt.
Yeah.
But there's not FaceTimes. There's not phone calls.
No.
You are the opposite of that there's multiple phone calls and things. And y'all, one of the days, we're in a relaxed time in our room. We're just relaxing.
Yes.
And you get a FaceTime from them, and they're like, we just went to Harris Teeter. We got
fried chicken.
I got some chicken. And like the Wi-Fi's glitching out, and watching you try to be engaged with this FaceTime was the funniest. I wish I had recorded some of it, because I was like, this is such a mom move right here.
I'm trying to be so earnest.
I know.
I'm trying to be so earnest. And it's like I'm getting every other word. They're chewing at the same time, eating their chicken, crunching. So anyway, and Mom, can you hear? Mom, you're not. I'm like, oh my God. And the whole time it's on FaceTime. I'm just like, yeah, oh my gosh, no way. Crazy.
This went on and on and on. You are so patient and so kind to them. And
patience is my strong suit. Believe it or not, for as much as I pop off, y'all, patience is the strong suit.
Yes, it was very, very sweet. It was fun to watch. But so one of the...
It was fun to watch for you. It was fun. It wasn't fun to do.
Yeah, I learned something that day.
Harris Teeter has great fried chicken.
Yes.
They do. It's amazing.
And that you had left some food in the fridge for them, and they just were not going to eat it.
They were not.
I don't understand that.
No, they just weren't. Not big on leftovers.
Yeah.
So they're just going to go get new food every day. So here we are. Can't hide money, I guess. Okay, so yes, they decided that they were going to do, Joshua's wanted to do a Ferris Bueller's Day Off since the day he watched that movie in the movie theater in 1986. He said, I want to do this. This is a dream.
Aww.
Now, a million years ago, I was on a flight somewhere and reading one of the, the magazines that like the airlines do, that they produce. And they usually have pretty good articles in there. They'll have some recipes, they'll have some good articles. And so one of them was how to have a Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And I remember ripping it from the magazine, folding it up in my bag and saying, I'm going to surprise Joshua with this one day.
Yes.
Well, I started to look into it, and you guy, whoa.
The prices
of trying to do all these things. And I said, we don't have it like that.
Yeah.
We don't have it like
no.
that.
Yeah.
So I just stuffed it away. I still have that piece of paper somewhere living in our house. I kept it this whole entire time.
It's in the bag of bags, maybe.
Y'all, if I actually tried to find this, I would have to tear apart the entire house, but I'm almost, maybe I'll take an Adderall. So I So I've been wanting to do it, but it just wasn't possible. But Joshua, now he's of course showed the girls the movie.
Yeah.
And they love it. They absolutely love it. And so he said to Lily, like, would you want to do this as like a daddy-daughter thing? And of course she said, yes, would love to. So he started researching it. And the biggest piece, the hardest piece was going to be the red Ferrari.
Yes.
And
having the red Ferrari. But I think in order to solidify the day for what it is, you have to do the Ferrari.
you have to.
Because even if you're going to all these other stops, I don't know, there's something about having that just makes it iconic.
It was such a huge part of the movie.
It is. It's such a big part of the movie.
So if you're going to do Ferris Bueller, and Joshua was adamant about this.
Yeah.
So he went on that app Turo.
Yes, Turo.
He went on the app Turo, which is where you can look for very specific cars. I think you had said you and Matt used it for like a Jurassic Park Jeep.
Yes, when we went out west a couple of summers ago with my family for Mom and Dad's 50th. We needed a car, and he was like, let me check Turo. And they had a Jurassic Park souped up Jeep. And so it's these very like specific niche cars that you would not get at an Enterprise rent-a-car.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so Joshua goes on Turo and he finds someone in the Chicago proper area who had a red Ferrari, like from, I don't know how old this one would have been. I think it was like 20 plus years old or something like that. And he was so excited. It was about $600.
I think it's worth it. Yep.
That's actually not bad, y'all. Now, to me, I was like, are you kidding me? But they were going to be there for one day. One full day. They were going up on a Thursday, coming back on a Saturday. All they had is one full day, and it was going to be Friday of that week. And so the car was available. He's like, I just think it's meant to be. He signs up for Turo, which was such a hassle.
Turo's a lot. Yeah. The insurance, the ID, the background check, all of it.
It is so much. And the biggest hiccup was his name on his license didn't match the name on his phone. Why?
Oh,
Why didn't it match the name on his phone?
Because his name is BJ, but he goes by Joshua / Zeke.
But in his phone, what do you think his name is? To be silly. It's
Zeke.
It's
No.
Zeke. So Turo was like,
They were like, well, what's Zeke?
you're not Zeke.
Oh, no. Zeke caused this.
You did this.
Okay.
No, you did this. You encouraged it. You've played along. You've giggled. It's your fault. You did this. I want you to sit with that. Okay?
I'm going to sit
in
in
the corner. Go put your nose in the corner. And y'all, every part of me, just think about how badly I wanted to say, oh, Zeke is what's holding you up. Who's told you to stop doing that?
But you had to think, do I want to be right or happy?
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Phil.
And I said, just be happy. This is his moment. This is not a time where you're going to say, I told you so. Or, hey, you didn't think about that. Like, maybe you should just go by your government name sometimes.
It's
in like
so hard.
Official places.
To not say I told you so sometimes. Sometimes, y'all.
But I bit my tongue so hard it nearly fell off like my sisters did back in the day.
Yes.
Anyway, that's a story for another time. So he finally figures it out. Now that man will sit until it is done. Now me, I would have said it's not meant to be. I give up the whole, call it all off, cancel the plane tickets, fine, whatever. I can't, this hiccup is too big for me. It's too big for me. Thank God it was him doing it. Because it wasn't going to be your girl. It certainly wasn't going to be your girl.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so he finally gets everything figured out. He pays the deposit. He increases our insurance. You have to increase your insurance too.
Yes.
To cover a car of that price, because if something were to happen, our insurance is now going to have to cover a $700,000 car or whatever.
Boy, yeah. Yeah.
So we had to increase that and everything. So he gets it. 2 days before
I think
supposed to leave on the trip, or the day before?
I think it was the day before because we were in the cabin getting ready.
This is the FaceTime.
Yeah.
He calls me and he goes, I am devastated. Now, I don't know if Joshua's ever said that sentence to me before. I am devastated.
Well, because when you responded, you were just on the phone. I couldn't like hear what he was saying, and I got concerned.
Yeah.
Because you were going, babe, what's wrong? What's wrong?
What's wrong? What happened?
What
happened?
It scared me for a moment.
Yeah. And then they ate the fried chicken and it was fine. And you could realize the hilarity in it. But yes, he was like, the guy who owns the Ferrari who I had booked, said that the check engine light came on.
The check engine light.
And now he had to cancel the reservation. And Turo was saying because it was less than 24 hours that they weren't going to refund the money.
Oh, I think I missed that part.
Oh, yeah. So I was like, excuse me? He said, oh, trust me, I'm fighting it right now. I'm like, they canceled. It's not the other way around.
Yeah.
They canceled on us. So you need to fight. He's like, oh, I'm fighting. He had to take it up the flagpole to get our money back.
Oh my gosh. This wasn't even y'all's fault to cancel.
Not our faults at all. But Turo's like, well, we have acts of God and all these things. And he's like, but that's not right.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't an act of God. This is a check engine light. Like, this is very obvious to me. He did end up getting the money back.
Okay.
But then he had to scramble to try to find another red Ferrari.
Another red Ferrari in Chicago. So I said to you,
next day,
because you have a friend in Chicago, I said, text that guy.
Yeah.
And he might know someone who knows someone who knows someone,
Yeah, he did not. He did not have any red Ferrari hookups, but I did post it on my story. Anyone with a red Ferrari in Chicago, please DM me. I don't want to explain. And so Joshua then got on the phone and he started he watches a lot of like YouTube car channels.
Yes.
That's like his favorite thing. And he had known of this European, or what is it, an import car garage, and they do a lot of filming content with cars and stuff. And he's like, I wonder if they would know anybody.
Yeah.
So I guess he called or DM'd or something like that, found this garage, talked to the people. He said that it seemed a little shady.
Oh boy.
Yeah. That they were like, oh yeah, we have a ton of luxury cars in this garage. You can just pay us $1,200 over the phone and it'll be here when you get there. And he was like,
I don't know about that.
So he said, well, actually, we're going to get in today. Can I just come to the garage, see it in person, and then I'll pay in person if you have exactly what we're looking for? And they were like, yeah, sure. If someone else comes before you and wants this red Ferrari, you're out, but like, sure.
Okay.
He said, I think it's close enough to time. So they fly up to Chicago. They go immediately to the garage. It is so legit. There are helicopters. There are...
Oh, the helicopters.
Nice, the most luxury of all the things. It's just a massive like airplane hangar of everything. And Joshua was like, is that the red Ferrari? And he said, yep, that's it. That's yours. And so Joshua was like, all right, here's the card. And they were able to pick it up the next day. But he also let them like sit in a lot of the other cars and look at all the Lamborghinis and the Porsches and the helicopter. He said it was really dope to be in there. So it was worth the experience.
What part of this, like, what did Lily know was happening versus like surprise? Like,
everything.
She knew everything leading up.
She knew everything because we were like, you're doing a Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So she thought, oh, well, then I know what all of that should entail.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was.
Sometimes it's nice to surprise, but I also think sometimes like the lead up can be actually, it like adds to the excitement of what you're going to do.
Neither of them need to be surprised. They're so happy once they're still in the thing. It doesn't even matter. So it's
like foreplay.
But
like that.
It's exactly like foreplay.
Like the lead up is almost more fun than the main
attraction.
Correct. What?
Breaking news. Boop, 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 boop.
What?
We have white smoke. The new Pope has been chosen.
We have white smoke already?
We have white smoke already, folks. The new Pope has been chosen.
Oh my gosh. Did you get an alert?
A friend just texted me knowing that we're all on watch.
Oh my gosh.
So y'all, I started to type in Pope on Instagram. First thing that popped up, Popeyes. Well, you can't spell Popeyes without Pope. And I don't think anyone's put those two and two together. That's the title. Can't spell Popeyes without Pope. But of course, that's my curation, right?
Guys, here it is. I've got the video feed.
3 minutes ago.
Here it is.
Yes.
It's coming on out. This is very exciting.
3 minutes ago.
Honestly, this is all, something about this whole process is just very...
Here it is.
The scandal. Like, it's not scandal, but it feels like... It's so private.
It's such an interesting process, and it hasn't changed. And this has lasted through millennia, and
we don't have many things left that are like the days gone by.
Exactly.
And this is one of those things that only happens once in a blue moon that we get to witness. And them being in the Sistine Chapel, which you cannot take any sort of camera recording device into the Sistine Chapel. Like any pictures.
Your head has to be covered, the whole thing.
Yes, like it's a whole thing. And when we went to it a couple of years ago, I just remember, it almost felt like you're almost shaking. You know,
Yes,
you're just like,
that's what everyone has
yeah,
said.
you're almost like, I shouldn't even be in here. Like, this is so sacred. This is
so reverent, so
Yes.
sacred. It takes you back to a time where you're like, people have been doing this for so long and I'm still getting to do it just like they did.
It makes you feel
Yeah.
weird to stand in a place
Yeah.
where you know that for hundreds and hundreds of years, all these
People are
people
literally
exist.
freaking out.
Are people freaking?
freaking out?
Tell me.
In the Vatican.
This
They're
is-
just freaking in St. Peter's Square, of course, right in Vatican
Yes.
City. People are just freaking out that this happened. Most of them do last 2 to 3 days, right? The conclave lasts only a couple of days, but they just started they just started yesterday at 10:30 a.m.
when
so
you-
it feels very fast.
When you just announced this, I was like, already?
Of course, Gigi's been sending me all the things. She's so delighted. She loves when I tap back into my Catholicism.
She does.
And it's very infrequent, but when I
She
do
does.
tap back in, Gigi is like, "Oh, I'm here! Like so excited.
She's ready to educate.
I love it. I love it. Because Gigi is nothing if not thorough, and she knows her stuff
Yes, she
about
does.
her stuff, and so
Yes,
she
she
loves
does.
when I tap back in. I'm like, okay, I'll tap back in right now. Well, let's go.
I mean, this is Catholic or not. This is VVV
It's
exciting.
very important.
Yeah, important.
And I love how we were talking about foreplay. We were talking about foreplay.
Oh, no.
It went right into the Pope.
Right into the Pope and then Popeyes.
I had to make a jokey joke because it felt a little too serious. I said Popeyes. You can't spell Popeyes without Pope. Okay, hold on. It's so exciting. Yay.
I know. I just texted the group chat. Pope.
Okay, the
I just
Pope.
said Pope because I wanted to be the first one to say it.
My glass is higher.
My glass is higher. Sorry. I know y'all are hearing this in the future, but just know I was the first one to write Pope.
Okay, so hold on. Let me go. Do I need to put it on my Insta story right this
Yeah,
second?
do it.
Okay, so that I can be the first to tell everybody.
Do it. Please.
There's white smoke. There's white smoke. Okay. Oh, that feels very. I just put it on the black background. I was trying to go so fast. Trying to go so fast that I did it that way. Oh gosh, what a bit! It's a big day. It's a big day.
It's a big day.
And Princess Kate is wearing a white dress with little black polka dots today.
Today.
So, yeah.
Okay, so maybe she had a vision. She knew.
She is a vision.
She's a vision, and this
She
is our vigil.
Is a vision.
she's the
Oh,
vision.
perfect. Okay, hold on. One more thing. Let me just do this real quick.
And we did light the vigil for the person who said her husband likes orange marmalade.
Oh, yeah. Sorry for those who also married into that. What a burden.
Y'all, on
have
that
to
reel,
bear.
I specifically said on the reel, do not write orange marmalade in these comments.
Do not. Go to our comments. That one was really funny, actually.
Then a woman wrote and said,
Some of y'all, the way y'all write your comments are hysterical.
Are
Please
so
never
funny.
stop.
Oh my
Please
gosh.
never stop doing that. You delight me. You entertain me. And I need that, I can't always be the one.
you guy. And so,
to
look,
entertain.
I have to take break number 2 on Opal just to go in
Oh, dear
to
God.
try to see my comments. Okay, so it's hard doing this. It is. Okay.
It is hard. And y'all, there is a movie called Conclave out right now.
Yeah.
It's been out for a little bit, but there is one if you want to watch it. But that kind of gets, of course, they made it very Hollywood. Some of it is very historically accurate about things, but the Conclave is all about, I believe, someone who is like cross-dressing to try to be one.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's not. That's never happened.
Yeah,
is
I don't
what
think
I'm
that's
saying.
happening.
So that's not historic, but of course it's like, could it happen? And then everybody wants to talk about it.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to talk about that.
Yeah.
But if you want to know how conclave works, how the conclave as an
the
institution
whole process
works,
and even how they look, like the costumes and everything
then
for that.
you can of course watch it, but it's not. There's also a separate story. It's not just like, it's not a documentary. My point that I'm trying to make. Conclave the movie is not a documentary about how this works. It is still a Hollywood movie, so they use a Hollywood angle to try to, draw people in.
You got it. Kim
Thank
Hale
you.
Simpson says that she likes orange marmalade on an English muffin.
Nope.
And we rebuke that.
We rebuke it. I want people to have more self-respect than that,
Absolutely. And then it was actually kind of 50-50. A lot of strawberry, but also people saying they like Concord grape.
I felt like it was very heavy on the strawberry.
Yeah, I guess-
Very heavy on the strawberry.
And then many people saying, yes, I want the raspberry. I want not the squeezable Concord grape. God, no.
Oh, I love a squeezable because I do
No.
not want any kind of like jellied chunks. What I usually have to do is stab it. Like I'm in the jar just stabbing it and whipping like this. whipping so I can spread it very thinly. Very thin. I mean, I'm not sure how much I'm eating really of the grape jelly, but I still stick with my black raspberry.
Do you like an Uncrustable? Do you ever eat those?
I do. I mean, I like an Uncrustable, but do I need one? No.
Yeah.
I don't, but if I'm going to choose one, I am going to go with the grape one, of course. What I'm not going to do is Nutella. And I don't like Nutella. Here I am to say it, unpopular opinion.
Uh-oh.
I don't need Nutella. I don't care about Nutella. And it's very annoying to me that Nutella tried to market itself as a hazelnut spread. Like it was like a healthy hazelnut spread with a hint of chocolate is what they used to say, y'all. Their old tagline was a hazelnut spread with a hint of chocolate. Y'all, that shit is chocolate frosting.
Yeah, it's giving chocolate frosting with a hint of hazelnut.
Exactly. But people are like, I'm so proper eating a hazelnut
Well, you know what it
spread.
is?
No, you're not.
People like it because it's European. And so
I
they
know.
feel like, oh, I'm doing this exotic thing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it's made in Missouri.
Yeah, it's made in Missouri. and now, once they turned it into like a Dunkaroo,
Yeah.
you know?
Once little Debbie gets a hold of it, all class heads out the window, you know?
Once it became
Dunkaroo.
a Dunkaroo.
Once it went to the lunch aisle, you know in the grocery stores it says lunchbox items. If Nutella's in there, y'all, it's not classy anymore. You're not eating a hazelnut spread anymore. Stop.
It moved from the international aisle to the lunchbox.
That is so true. That is so true.
I can't.
Now, Bella Miller loves a Nutella.
Oh,
a lot of people do.
My kids, all of it. But it really
No.
started with Tinsley years ago. She
No.
got one taste of that, probably in Europe. Ooh, it was a Nutella crepe in Paris. In Paris. And
there it is.
and from that point on.
Now, my little Tinsley, she did start eating Nutella in Europe, in Paris. But your peasant children got it on the lunchbox aisle next to the Dunkaroos. Yeah.
You know what? I wonder if the hazelnut spread ingredient list
Ingredients
is different in America than it is in Europe. Because y'all know if you're getting, let's say, Fruity Pebbles overseas, it's better for you than now. Again, as we've said, RFK is going to fix all that.
Right. Yes.
I humbly confess I married an orange marmalade person. I appreciate your thoughts and prayers during this difficult time.
It's so funny. I appreciate your thoughts and prayers during this difficult time.
So I did light the vigil.
Dawn? Is it Dawn Bookmoyer who I feel like
No, it
commented
was
that one?
Heather Bigelow.
Oh, Heather Bigelow.
Yep.
Our girl Heather.
Yep. So good.
That vigil is for you.
It's for you. It's been for so many things. Still waiting for Andrea's baby to be born. Make sure that they're attractive.
And it's still for your nose.
Is Andrea Denver's child going to be attractive? We got to wait and see. It could be years from now. Years.
We could be waiting forever. Okay, speaking of dads and their kids.
Yes, let's go back to the beginning.
Back to the beginning. So they finally get the Ferrari. They go and pick it up the next day. And we just got so lucky, you guys, because the Cubs were playing a home game that Friday. Again, they were only there for one day. So everything had to be on that Friday.
So lucky.
The Cubs were playing a home game. They went to the Art Institute and went and saw the famous paintings. They went to the top of the Sears, now Willis Tower. And they even had a plaque saying, this is where Cameron and Sloan and Ferris stood and looked out the window. And so they put their feet right there on where they looked.
So they were replicating all the photos, you guys.
All the photos. Then Joshua was clipping down the movie
Yes.
and then showing them doing
he
it.
He really did the most with what he was posting. I was very proud.
Let me tell you this, y'all. If Joshua would just allow me to post him and be a little bit more present, this is the content you get.
Yes.
He's going to give 100%.
Yes. If Joshua does anything, it's going to be 100%.
It's 100%.
Yeah.
But he won't.
He won't.
He won't. So you got one day of it.
One day of Joshua's
Joshua Miller content. And because it was such a dream for him, this is big enough that he's like, I will go and post it on social media because this is such a big day, so important to me and to Lily. And so they were able to do everything. The only thing that they couldn't do was eat at the French restaurant doesn't exist. So the French restaurant that they went to, you know, when he sees his dad outside by the taxi and they have the funny phone call, the whole thing. So that doesn't exist. So they did look at other French restaurants, but they didn't have the attire to get in. You had to have a suit and a tie and the whole thing. And they did not think about that.
Dang, yeah.
They were just like, we'll just go to like a patisserie or a brasserie or something like that. No, they couldn't, in their time there and kind of where they were located and everything, they couldn't find a French restaurant that would allow them in. So they ended up going to a patisserie and like getting a croissant.
I think that, or you could eat like a French fry.
I bet that they did have a French fry that day at some point.
I'm certain that one of them had a French fry or a French toast.
I will double check that.
Yeah.
Maybe a Nutella French toast.
I want you to go on your Nutella French toast. Go back on your bank account, look at all the receipts and transactions, figure out, even if they ate at like a McDonald's at the airport, that has a French fry.
Or maybe even at the Cubs game. Did they get a hot dog with French fries?
Oh, yeah.
I will double check.
Why is a baseball game hot dog
the best?
Superior?
It's just the best. It's so nostalgic.
It is. It's something about the atmosphere. Like as you're watching the game and you're putting the dog down your gullet.
It's easy to eat.
Yes.
You can still stay focused on the game because you're just going.
It's the best.
In and out of the mouth.
You're really giving it.
Yeah.
She's showing y'all.
That new Pope has just got the foreplay of it all. The foreplay of the Pope. That could be a title. I'm just, thinking about things.
We're going to workshop it.
Okay.
Did you see that Dave Portnoy came to Charlotte and ate pizza?
Sure did. He tried like 3 or 4 places.
So we're going to need to go eat it. Was it Bird's Pizza?
Bird got hit the highest ranking.
Yeah.
I have been to Gino's. Fantastic. I feel like you...
I love pizza.
Gino's is the place in 7th Street Market, that little pizza place in 7th Street.
I've
so you've
eaten
eaten there.
Yes, very good pizza.
Anytime you're like going to Imagine on Y'all or one of the things over there, you can always go to 7th Street Station. There's lots of different places. And Gino's Pizza is great and owned by really dope people.
Okay.
I like the people who own it.
Okay.
You'll like the people who own it.
Okay. I like the sound of that.
Okay. So I'll tell you offline. Off air. And then, so yes, they ended up having the best Chicago day of their lives. Everything was perfect from the weather.
Yeah, the weather looked good.
The car was awesome. They loved driving it. Josh was like, driving a red Ferrari down Michigan Avenue in Chicago, which has some of the best architecture in the entire world. And you're going over the river and you're, and they were playing all the music from the movies and they got sunglasses to match and everything. They had the time of their lives.
This is the
most
this for them.
Perfect day ever. It was
and this
great.
was Lily's spring break.
Yes.
Because we were on the boat during Lily's spring break.
Yeah, I didn't realize that when we booked that yes, I would be gone for the majority of my daughter's spring break. And if she wanted to do anything, she'd just be home. And so her father really stepped up and just said, I'm going to take Lily on a spring break for one whole day, but we're going to make it the best day ever. And the thing is, you guys, besides the car, the Cubs tickets I got for $16 a piece.
Oh, gosh, that's a great deal.
Yeah, they were in the nosebleeds, but who cares?
As long as you got the hot dog.
You're in Wrigley.
Yeah.
Like, you're not complaining.
No.
And every seat was still good,
Yeah, I mean, I think even from what he had shown, like, it looked great.
It looked great.
Yeah.
So those were $16 a piece. The Art Institute was maybe like $25 a pop. And then the Willis Tower, I think, was $35 a piece. What else did they do? They got a croissant, so nothing. Like the French restaurant ended up being $20, let's say, total. So, and I was able to find really nice hotel rooms for $120 a night in Chicago.
No way.
They just had so many, I guess, that they didn't jack up the price. But yeah, they stayed at a nice hotel and it was, I think, $120 a night.
$120 is great.
That's crazy, y'all.
Okay.
Crazy.
Love this for them.
Because I think I was like able to go on Hotels Tonight or something.
Yeah.
And they just have great rates there since it was so last minute. So with the car, and the car was the biggest chunk, that the second rental, that one ended up being $1,200 for the day.
But memory for a lifetime.
But that was the bulk of the spending. I think that they still walked out spending less than $2 because Joshua also, or my mom bought their, she used her points to buy their plane ticket.
Mary, you're a real one for that.
She has so many of them. She's like, I don't know if I'll be able to use them all.
And happy belated birthday to your mother.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, May the 4th.
May the 4th.
So she got their plane ticket. So not too bad. I mean, certainly if they had gone on like a much longer spring break, they would have spent more than 2.
Sure.
So it was fine. For a memory that'll last a lifetime. She'll be on her deathbed thinking about.
That's what I
her
feel
Ferris
like
Bueller's Day Off.
when there's things that you can look back and say, I'm going to tell my grandchildren about this thing.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about like the Adam Ray, Dr. Phil.
Absolutely.
Y'all, I can't.
It's too much.
Okay, speaking of daddies and daughters,
Yeah.
I just want to share.
What's your second thing?
I mean, I'm like,
Aw.
what are even the things? But
I know.
What?
Oh, it's going to be sweet.
Well, it's happy. It's happy.
Yeah.
Tinsley has wrapped up her final year of middle school girls soccer.
Yep.
Matt coached her 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. He has been the middle school coach.
Yep.
And he has built this program essentially out of nothing. It did not exist before he decided to do this.
Wait, did they only have boys soccer? Is that why? Or
Yeah.
they didn't have middle school soccer at all?
They had middle school boys, but there just wasn't anyone that was coaching. And I don't think enough interest at that point to have the middle school girls. But
Wow.
then when Tinsley was in 6th, it was like, well, she plays soccer and so do a lot of these girls.
Right.
We need to do this. And so Matt came along and was like, I will do it.
I love that.
So he's built this program for the last 3 years. He's done a phenomenal job. And they are conference champions.
I saw that. Congratulations to Matt, to the girls
Y'all.
who played.
It is.
And Tinsley is a star.
She is. Okay. So she has really, it's really fun to watch your kid lock in.
Uh-huh.
When
Lock in with Lachlan.
Lock in with Lachlan. You see like a switch where they realize, oh, I can really commit to this thing and
Be really good.
reach the potential that I have. And so Tinsley really has done that maybe the last year and a half, and has had amazing growth. And she tried out for a more elite team. It's a very coveted team. And we found out she made it.
Congratulations, Tinsley.
And so it's just, and
We love seeing women in men fields.
Yes. And so we're seeing just this like this growth. And I was talking to Jen Davis about it this week because, you know, I mean, Dice, of course, is an athlete.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Her son is going to be playing athletics for a long time, I would assume.
Yes.
Very tall, very athletic kid. And so we're talking about they're going into high school next year, and there's already, it's like you need to sign up for the NCAA portal.
Hold on. Is Dyson 8th as well?
Yeah. He and Tinsley are in the same grade.
At their
NCAA.
school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. I guess because he's just so tall.
He's
I
just
always
so-
think of him as being a little bit older.
Y'all, he's already 6'2",
I
and
know.
he is 14.
It's crazy.
Hopefully I'm not giving too much away here. But
True.
it's fine because he now does have a public profile, because what they're saying now is if you think you may want to play in college, you've got to start sharing who you are as an athlete.
So that scouts can start to come and watch you,
Yes.
so that you're in a portal of
You're in a
sorts and-
portal
okay.
and you're saying, here's the position that I play. And, you know,
Neither of my kids needed this.
here are my stats. But that's the thing. I don't know if that's going to be Tristan's journey. Is his journey going to be more like, here I am playing piano. Here I am, doing
Math Olympiad or
robotics
something.
club,
Yeah.
But schools are looking for these things now.
Crazy.
So it is crazy. Going into 9th, I mean, you really kind of only have 9th, 10th, and 11th
Right.
to get this figured out.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, still there's plenty of time, but we are tickled for her. I'm so happy for Matt, but I do have to tell y'all,
Is Matt going to be done then with the coaching?
we will see. We're waiting to find out. We are waiting to know.
Oh, I thought that it was a decision if he wanted to walk away or not.
I think if the thing is right, he will lock in and do it.
Okay.
But
He's not going to go to the high school and coach.
No,
Oh, that's what we're waiting on.
yeah,
Okay.
That's the discussion.
Because he wants to continue with Tinsley and coaching Tinsley, not just coaching. I mean, I know he loves to
100%.
coach, but a deep part of the joy is being there with Tinsley and having that time
Absolutely.
together.
That's the biggest part of it. And I think also,
Because when your kid plays sports
Yeah.
at a higher level, y'all,
yeah.
which I have big feelings about in a lot of different ways, but I just feel like, okay, at least it just feels like a lot of time missing from the family unit, right? Or that other kids, maybe they don't get as much because we're all
Yes.
focused on this one kid who's doing all the things.
Yep.
But when a parent can parlay it into coaching them and spending that time together that
Yep.
you would typically not get back, like
That's right.
then it feels a little bit more worth it.
Absolutely. And I think that I think that it is. I have watched these past few years, like their bond, their closeness, and even just having that, being around the school, being a presence in the school, there's something to that.
Absolutely.
Yep. But I got to tell y'all, the game to determine if they were going to be conference champs was their last game of the conference. And this was a couple of weeks ago. And this team that they played was ruthless. And when I tell you,
just like knocking people down.
When I tell you, the parents were absolutely out of their minds. The fans, crazy. Some shady things happening with players on the team. Things that we were clocking as soon as we walked onto the field. Like, that's weird. And we later figured out that this school had not lost a middle school girls soccer game in 5 years.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
And so there was a lot to defend.
Oh, yeah.
And they tried everything to defend it, and we still won.
Oh, my gosh. What was the score?
1-0.
Oh! Oh, my God. I have goosebumps.
Ooh, it was 1-0.
Oh, my gosh. Who scored the one goal?
Okay, so we ended up drawing a penalty kick because there was a handball, I believe, in the net, like close to the net. And so our girl who had to stand there and take that penalty kick, and they delayed.
God bless her.
They delayed her by 10 minutes.
How?
They iced her out because they said they needed to change out their goalie. I am telling y'all, it was dirty play and it was nasty.
Oh, my God.
Our girl stayed locked in right into the corner. Woo!
So impressive.
It is to be under that amount of pressure.
Oh, my God.
It's
Bless her
wild.
heart.
And then we found out after the game and after the fact that one of their fans threw a handful of gravel at the referee who reffed that game. He was walking to his car and they drove by him and threw a handful of gravel at him.
Oh, my God.
Like,
are people okay?
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Y'all, this is middle school girls soccer.
Give me a freaking break. Y'all, come on. Stop. Like, of course it's a big deal, but it's not that deep.
No.
You don't throw gravel at someone. What? Are you okay? I'm like, I know you have video.
Oh, I was about to say, all the games are recorded. I said, pull the tapes.
Yeah, roll the tapes.
Roll the tapes. Roll that beautiful bean footage. What do we always say?
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
So anyway, I need people to calm down. But man, it felt really good. I got.
Oh my God! You know I love. That
I know it was
so
justice.
Much.
Oh,
justice.
Who was crying for justice the most? Pam. My mother on the other end of my text. She was writing me in all caps, just like I knew God's warriors would prevail.
God's warriors and the new pope.
Yes, and the new pope.
They were there for your girls' team. I'm so happy that they won. That feels good. And Matt must have just been.
I know.
On such a high.
I know.
Where is he right now?
He is doing yoga.
Oh my God, doing the freaking yoga. Okay, well, when he gets back, I'm going to give him a big hug.
Give him a big hug.
And I'll smell him.
Yes, you will. Because he'll be coming home from yoga.
Okay, well, speaking of coming home, we got to go, you guys.
We got to go.
We got to go right now. Got to go. I need to go watch some more White Smoke.
I can't believe it's been an hour and 30 minutes. Did we even talk about enough things?
Well, we're going to have more to talk about.
There's so much more to come.
So much more to come. And as Alex would say, more to come.
Wait, who's
my cousin Alex?
Cousin
always
Alex.
Her
she says more to come.
More to come.
I love that. And just real quick, y'all, if you're not following Jessie, her cousin Jessie on Instagram, now I've liked and engaged enough that her stuff pops up for me.
Yeah, she's the best. She's so funny.
Y'all, the way she triggers people because they don't know that she's joking.
Yeah. It's cringe bait. But people they think she's serious and she's never serious.
I can't get enough of it.
It's perfect. Like she is exactly what the internet was created for. Exactly.
Okay, so we're going to share her handles to make sure that you podcasts are following her because we will continue.
And I got to hang out with her. I mean, there's so much still to go over.
I know. You haven't talked about Nashville.
I haven't April was the busiest travel month of my entire life. I was home less days.
Oh yeah, because you also went and saw the lover boy of it all and Craig. You guys,
I was at Disney. I was in the Bahamas on a cruise. I was in Charleston. I was in Raleigh for the fashion show. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. So there's so much to still go.
Did you turn that into a country?
No, it is a country song.
Is it?
The I've been everywhere, man.
No, it's
Yeah. Yeah, it is. In a commercial, it is. Y'all know.
What commercial?
Across the desert.
I thought that was like a Rihanna song.
Well, she might have I've been everywhere, but there's a look at me using ChatGPT.
Ooh, boy.
Okay, well,
Okay, we gotta go. Continue our.
We'll play I've been everywhere later.